everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of Hashtag Total Markout. Recorded August 10th, broadcasted August 11th. This is our 30th week of being on YouTube and Blip, and we thank you for joining us. So, let's meet the panel. He is an indie wrestler and a referee. He is the manager of team hashtag in the Fantasy Wrestling League, and is more controversial than an AEW stamp routine. It's Erik Van Djismie!
I hope it'll be more controversial.
Yeah, well, the D is no longer silent.
Whoa.
Whoa, have I gone too far?
I don't like it.
No, you
Don't like it.
Djismie.
Djismie. Don't worry, the D's still there. The D's still there and the kitten's not here. That's all we need to know.
What kitten?
My cat. I was going to
And back from his suspension, here's the current hashtag Total Markout quiz champion.
Yes.
He is the
Sheet. I won.
He is the manager of the Geeks of Doom. And he is so geek, Christopher Nolan has directed the movie about his life. It is Dan, the Geek King, Edmondson! And I am the mind behind the Wonder Gator Productions, and man so power hungry, I tried to find my toast after burning my toast. I am Steve Jones, 313, and we thank you for joining us. This week we'll be recapping WWE Smackdown from last week, as well as Raw 1002. We'll also take a look at Djismie's stats, and get more wrestling nostalgia and geeks. You get a witch! Now, there isn't a top 10 due to personal issues and shit going on with our family this week, but I promise we'll have one for you guys to vote on, with the results being revealed on next week's episode. So, with all that bullshit out the way, it's time for the
WWE Recap!
Wow, is that what we were sounding like last week?
WWE Recap!
Okay, so we're going to start. Briefly, we'll talk about Smackdown, because obviously the big announcement was made.
Knock yourself out.
Big announcement was made, Djismie.
Booker T!
King Booker!
Did you just do Booker T as Chavo Guerrero?
No. Sure, I remember that?
A Booker T! I want your son!
Yeah. O2 reference.
Oh, really?
You know, when wrestling was good.
Just Kevin Nash looking going, wow, you're weird, man. You're weird. TNA, you're awesome, dude.
Speaking of Kevin Nash, no. We'll wait till the news.
So Booker T's...
I half agree.
This is what pissed me off about WWE, right? This is what pissed me off about WWE, right?
Oh, that they give it away on Superstars when Layla did a spin on Rooney.
Well, they give away on WWE.com on Tuesday.
They give it away on WWE.com. They give it away via text messaging.
Yeah.
It's like, you're WCWing yourselves. Stop it!
It is Booker. He is a 5-time WCW champion.
Sucker!
It's just...
He just wanted to feel like back in the old days.
Vince McMahon...
You know, when wrestling was good.
Vince McMahon comes out and says, we're going to announce the new general manager, Booker T! Which, by the way, Vince McMahon can announce any guy's name in any way he fucking wants to, and it will sound awesome. I don't care who you are. If you want your name to sound awesome. In fact, one of my favourite moments, Vince McMahon, when he's asking The Rock to come back to fight against the Alliance. Who could forget the awesome, because we want to... He sounds like he's singing fucking Walk This Way by Aerosmith and Run DMC.
And even after all that, though, what they should have done, they should have still had him come out on the commentary team. Because all the people in there, even if they hadn't seen the spot, like earlier in the day, they would have been like, well, where's Booker?
Yeah.
You know, they could have had him sit down, he could have went like that, pointed to the entrance and just pointed to the announce.
Yeah, it's not
at least something like that.
It's not like he was going to, Mike Adamley yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But,
well, whatever.
But of course...
I'm happy.
I kind of was interested in the way that Michael Cole couldn't quite decide how he's supposed to react to this. Because the one hand he's like, he'll do a great job. He sucks. He'll do a great job. He sucks. I'm like, Cole, that's not how heels work. You're lowering it. Stop it. You're actually fucking clever.
He's happy that he doesn't have to commentate with him. But Josh Matthews had to remind him that he is his new boss.
By the way, Cole, you do lose mega points from me. You don't have many to begin with. But you lose mega points from me for daring to utter the phrase "shucky ducky quack quack" without trying to do an impression.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Exactly. He just went, "Oh, shucky ducky quack quack." No. Bass in your voice, you motherfucker. But anyway, as you know, Booker T is the new general manager.
The Grizzlies.
Oh, yes, and he's made some decent matches. You know, he took, obviously the first person that came out was Alberto Del Rio. Oh, sorry, I've said that wrong, haven't I? It's Alberto Ricardo Rodriguez. He didn't come out. His brother Roberto did, but we didn't see him. You know, he doesn't get paid enough to be on camera, you know. But basically, Alberto comes out and he's like congratulating him on being the new general manager of Smackdown. You know, and immediately he's kissing ass. Which, you know, fair play, that's Alberto Del Rio's way. You know, I heard that right. Yeah. I got the geek smiling nod of approval. But basically, then Sheamus.
Not many people want that.
Well, Lewis, the fella Booker T was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna be kissing my ass. You ain't gonna be doing that." Then Sheamus comes out and he goes, "Congratulations, fella," and hugs him. And Booker T's like, "Oh, thanks, man."
That's because Alberto Del Rio's never been in his fave 5.
Yeah.
Sheamus has been there since like week 1. Even when he was a heel, he was still in his fave 5. Like Wade Barrett. I wonder if Wade Barrett fed out of Booker T's fave 5 when he was injured.
Yeah.
Did he stop doing it when everyone who was in his fave 5 got injured?
He was the curse. He injured them by mentioning them.
And then, yeah, he did.
Wasn't Trent Beretta in there?
No, yeah, I think Trent Evox was.
Where's Trent? Hashtag where's Trent?
Actually, where is Trent?
He's growing a beard.
Yeah.
No, he is, honestly.
He's evolving into Cassius Ohno.
He's grown his big...
Or Leo Kruger.
He's
Seth Rollins.
Big beard. Seth doesn't have a beard, mate.
They've all got long hair and beards.
Leo Kruger has a goatee. Yeah. Seth has like unshaven, but Cassius is you, basically.
They're still all
just with a bigger... Actually, Cassius' beard might be bigger than yours.
Yeah, they've all got beards, though. They're all just trying to steal my gimmick.
Yeah.
Yes, because every one of them comes out and says, it's the stats that count. I'm the Dutch destroyer.
And I'm not even from the land.
And you better believe the D is silent.
I've
never heard any of them say it.
Yeah. But, yeah, basically, he puts Alberto and Sheamus in a match. And
because Del Rio was not wanting to wrestle if it wasn't a world title match.
Yeah, and basically you made a deal with Booker T.
Yeah.
You know, to say, no, Alberto's on my team, put him in a fucking match.
Yeah.
And Booker T
and AJ.
Okay, then. I'll do that for you because you're my player, you know, and all that jazz.
I respect you, Booker.
Yeah. Why are you staring at me with such contempt?
Well, he's a player.
Well, what did I do wrong?
You're my player.
Yeah.
You should be the WWE champion.
Booker doesn't call anyone player.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what. Who I believe was brought out as well as his assistant after Eve did.
No, I didn't bring him out. That was backstage.
Well, fair enough. I didn't see the show.
Yeah.
I know
But who were the matches against? You had Alberto Del Rio versus
Mr. Orton.
Mr. Orton, of course.
Hey! No, not that good anymore.
Not that Orton. No. Not that Orton. The bored Orton.
And I will hit him with an RK.
Oh.
Just turn heel, RKO Stephanie McMahon, and all will be forgiven.
Just kick the face off a badger and beat him with it.
No, there's other women in the business with Stephanie McMahon.
We need to bring it back by around for 3 years.
You know that eventually it kind of gets to do it. And at this point, it wouldn't make much storyline sense.
At this point, he's practically a heel anyway because no one really cares apart from like the Cena crowd.
Yeah.
The Cena crowd still like it. Everyone else is kind of moved along.
You know, the problem is the whole Randy Orton
shtick.
The whole Randy Orton shtick is the fact that Randy Orton is like the CM Punk or whatever for children. Because children are like, oh my god, you're like John Cena, you're so shit, we're Randy Orton, rebellious. And it's like, I can just see Triple H and Shawn Michaels going, bitch, please, what do you know about being rebellious? And I can just
you got the click sitting above going, have you heard that little fucker? The fucking rebellious.
And then you got the New Age Outlaws going, dudes.
You're a bit.
You've got X-Pac just
I'm sorry, but I every time New Age Outlaws, I see them together on screen.
Yeah.
And it's just them two. I immediately go to TNA when it was when it was the Dudleys in the ring with them. And they're doing about the match where they hit him with the pipe.
Yeah.
And they go, and he turns and goes, whether we hit you with the pipe or he was smoking the pipe.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, actually, there's a good bit of news there. In terms of the Billy Gunn's actually been working in FCW. So, yeah. So, Booker T made the match. Sheamus versus Tensai.
That's it! How the hell did I forget that? Yes! Because I couldn't believe it. Because I marked out.
Yeah.
Tensai Sheamus match.
Tensai, who's been told to keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
They also mentioned they had a victory over Cena and Punk. I was like, yeah. But you were getting a
and Michael
today.
Cole once again stated that he was under a different name, that he went off to Japan. It was like, okay, it's good that you constantly remind people. But guess what? They've stopped giving a shit.
At least they don't pretend he's a new person, and that's what counts. Not like in 5 minutes, 10 minutes time when Ryback comes out. Who's this? Ryback.
But
you'll not skip Sheffield.
But much to my Wrestling Fantasy League happiness, Sheamus defeated Tensai.
Ooh.
I was very happy about this. And then immediately afterwards, we're at the backstage where Eve Torres is sitting there waiting as the Lisa Ann wannabe, waits for Booker T. She then basically tells Booker T that if there are any vacancies open, she's more than able to take it. At which point Booker T...
a happily married man.
Booker T goes, well, everything goes about, hey, Teddy Long comes out, hey, how you doing, player? And they're all hugging and all this bullshit. And Booker T goes, I want to make you my senior advisor. And Teddy Long's like, I'm no player and all this jazz. And long story short, he accepts the position, whilst Eve is right next to them. At which point Booker T turns to Teddy Long and says, could you kind of know that the vacancy's been filled and show her out, please? He's like, Eve? And Eve storms off. It's just like, just deserts her. So Teddy Long is the senior advisor. You just can't get him away from fucking SmackDown, can you? He's always going to be in charge of some department.
Well, yeah, I mean, he deserves it. Putting up with Vicky Guerrero in a wheelchair.
What else would they do with him?
Commentate.
Apart from a manager.
Put him on the commentating table.
I wouldn't mind seeing him manage someone.
No.
He was a hell of a manager back in the day.
No, put him on the commentating table for one episode, just so I can laugh at him.
Let's give him Mark Henry.
Well, that's it. And you're on about me rehashing to the past.
No, but I mean, like, Mark Henry's got that thing. All he says, Mark Henry wants Mark Henry said he's going a bit of a down spiral since his return and whatnot. He said, he's trying to think, and Teddy Long comes here, we've known each other a long time. Let me try and help you get, you shouldn't be doing this. Try and get him back up. It's an easier way of turning him face as well.
Bring back Mark Jimdrak.
Anyway,
the reflection of perfection.
Yes. Immediately after that, we had Antonio Cesaro versus the United States champion Santino Marella in a non-title match, and of course, being Santino being the United States champion and on my team, he lost miserably.
And didn't you have Antonio Cesaro?
I had Antonio Cesaro on my team and I traded him out.
For who again?
Hunico.
At least you have the Miz now.
Yeah, he was actually getting me points.
Yeah.
But like Santino fucking Marella.
And my brother's clear.
Yeah.
When I talk about fucking bad teams, my team's doing good.
And then you had Daniel Bryan, who's getting... Daniel Bryan, who's basically pissed off in the New Universe. He said, the New Universe, they can't chant yes anymore. They don't know how to chant my phrase and all this bullshit. And then we had a 6-man tag team match. Give me points!
I had one person in that team.
Everybody got points.
Yep.
One fucking person out of 6.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan.
Me too.
Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and the...
You just had 2 fucking people in 2 minutes in a main event quality matches.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Intercontinental Champion The Miz defeated Kane, Christian, and Jericho in a 6-man tag team match.
Ooh.
So I got lots of points for The Miz.
It was a good attitude era team. That was really good.
Kane, Christian, and Jericho.
Christian, Jericho. I like that. If they brought 6-man tag titles, that would be a good...
Boys with attitude.
Yeah. Jupiers.
Of course, at this point, I think I'm almost tempted to make a ruling for the Fantasy League that Vicky Guerrero's voice counts as weapon points.
Okay.
Just, dear sweet mother of God, shut up and die.
Oh.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, no. Bite your tongue.
You better.
I wish she'd bite her fucking tongue. Here's an idea.
No,
go to TNA.
She bite her tongue.
Go to TNA. Go join Guerrero and keep the fuck away from us, okay?
That'd be good.
Anyway,
and,
then SmackDown did a whole bunch of bullshit about touting. Nobody cares.
Tom Arnold touts on Raw. Wow.
Who's Tom Arnold?
The actor.
Okay.
In Bully.
Yeah, okay.
with Lewis Tully.
What was it one?
I'm all out of fucks to give.
What was the one? Didn't he do one with Arnie?
Yeah, True Lies.
There you go.
And up next was a handicap match between Jinder Mahal versus Ryback and the Pink Eye.
Steve, the Pink Eye, yes, that is a wrestler.
What the fuck is with the Pink Eye?
Well, it was like his bruised eye, wasn't it? That was there for a while. That went away. Now it's Pink Eye.
Apparently, he got the bruised eye from a jobber in one of the when he was going around on the dark matches and stuff like that. A jobber clocked him by mistake, and that gave him an almost black eye. And he gets the pink eye a lot of the time from where he's lifting weights.
Yeah,
there's a stress. He's lifting too high of a weight, and he's bursting the blood vessel.
Yeah, freaky.
But Jinder Mahal got disqualified for the use of a microphone.
He did. He hit him hard. Which
Ryback was not too pleased with.
Beat the fuck out of him, did
he? Yeah, pretty well.
No. Mahal ran off.
Mahal ran off. But at the end of the day...
And then a week before he got counted out, so... Yeah. It's a nice little feud.
It's an interesting one, though.
They are thinking about pushing Jinder Mahal as a main eventer.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because he's a heel. Because he's foreign, obviously. Come on.
Because it's fucking Carly.
And up next, it was...
Yes!
Darren Young versus one half of the tag team champions, R-Truth.
My boy, Steve Young.
With...
Fucking hell. Mr. No Days Off.
Mr. No Days Off, Steve Young.
Except them
days. It was actually a decent match. But then afterwards, Cody Rhodes decides to confront the Smackdown general manager, Booker T. It basically goes on the lines of, I hope the fact that I ended your career doesn't cause any issues between us. And it was like, smart move, Cody. What were you trying to accomplish? At which point, Booker T...
If Cody ended Booker T's career, why was he fighting at WrestleMania in a house show a couple of weeks later after that feud? I'm sorry, inconsistency really pissed me off.
But basically, Booker T made a match for next week with Cody Rhodes versus a boy who flies with the greatest of ease, Sin Cara.
Ooh, joy.
Yes, Sin Cara.
We hope you're safe, Cody. We really hope you're safe.
Unfortunately, it means I'm going to lose points next week, so it's like, damn. Anyway, up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the Smackdown show of shows, oh dear God, Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio in the And as you can imagine, meh. It really wasn't anything to write home about. Although I don't know why you write home about wrestling matches anyway.
Dear Adam, watch the match. It was good.
Dear Stephen, I live with you.
I watched the match next to you.
Dear Stephen, so did I. Geek.
Stop tweeting about it. We're in the same room.
So he won. So Orton won by disqualification.
Yeah, we got.
Was there any decent? Did it look as if this could be a decent little feud at time, or was it just
no? Then at the end of the show, before the end, Sheamus ran in, threw Del Rio in, so he got the RKO.
Right. Yeah, and that was
I don't like the idea that they're pushing Randy Orton ahead as he's come back. They pushed him straight to the main event.
Well, he isn't going to be at SummerSlam, so
that's not a punishment, though.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of...
He's been suspended and instantly he's pushed back onto the top of the fucking pile on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Over your World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
And the guy you've just spent 2 months building is your fucking number one contender.
Yeah.
Because they don't trust the current champions. Our number one contenders. That's why CM Punk doesn't
the problem is, let's face it.
Don't trust him.
Let's face it. Randy Orton is completely unreliable. At this point, it has to be said he is unreliable because
he sells more. It's like Cena. They're still more wanted. Although how much we hate them or don't want that to be.
2 top selling merchandise guys in the company.
Cena and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Zack Ryder's apparently 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read last time.
Yep.
The difference
Randy Orton's on the top 5.
The difference is, as we'll touch upon the news, John Cena gets at the north end of 40%.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And Zack Ryder gets the south end of 10%.
Yeah,
I know. Randy Orton doesn't make the top 5.
Just before moving on to Raw, we've had NXT, what we can now talk about from last week. I just want to mention the Gold Rush tournament got into swing last week, where we had...
I unfortunately missed this, and it was something I was looking forward to as well. So I'll have to take you guys whether you were good matches.
Yeah, the 8 competitors in the tournament were Jinder Mahal and Bo Dallas. We've got McGillicuddy, Gabriel, which I watched last night, but we're not spoil the show, so just to say they were both good matches. But the week before was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Fuck you, Seth Rollins, for beating Drew, because you do not deserve that win, but a good match. You are not a Jew pair to beat Drew, so fuck you. And if you win this title, you will go on the list with Cena and Punk and Bryan. Just saying. Just saying.
Although there is a slight issue I have to take with that comment. Again, it's a rookie title.
Yeah, but still.
It's
if there's people above him, though, in this tournament.
If you gave that title to Drew McIntyre or just to Gabriel or Jinder Mahal, it would actually be disrespectful to them.
Did you see the promo yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Right. You need to see the promo that was building up this title. What should have been on last week, and it was all about them saying how I need this title. And it was all 8 of them. The other 2 were, Cassius Ohno and Leo Kruger, where Cassius Ohno advanced. Which I have no beef with, because you beat Leo Kruger. It was either going to be one of you, so that's fine. Not Cassius Ohno, man. Maybe Chris Hero.
Cassius
Leo Kruger versus
Steamboat.
Richard Steamboat, sorry. Which I have no beef about, because it was either one of them. See, they're beating each other.
Steamboat is one hell of a
Yes.
When you've got to get out of the shadow of your old man and your old, it's hard enough.
Yeah.
Look at David Flair. He's never got out of the shadow of Rick, and he never will. Look at when Nick Hogan said he was going to wrestle. The first thing Hogan said was, "Don't do it."
Yeah.
Because it will always be brought up against me.
But Brooks in there now.
Yeah, but look at Brooks is about the same size as Hulk. When you look at Davey Boy and D.H. Smith, was it Smith they used? D.H. Hart they used, didn't they? I think they used both. No, Harry Smith.
Yeah.
He is so much like his old man, you can't get out there. But when your old man is widely presided as one of the best technical wrestlers ever, in Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and you're going to go into this business and not change your name, that is a tough shadow to try and get out of. And he is, he's right up there, and I think you give him 3 or 4 years to mature, and he will be pushing his way up the major ranks in the WWE to a speed that Djismie you will not like, because he won't have paid his dues. But because he'll be such a big star and such a talent, they'll say, this kid has got something, we've got to push him now.
Well, let's move on to WWE Raw 1002. So now we can just address Raws by the episode number. It's so much easier now. It's like the reset button. And by God, I wish someone had hit the reset button on this episode.
It was better than last week.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But not again, the bar wasn't very high. But,
yeah.
Do you ever think that the bar was just too high after the 1000?
No,
because I wasn't
judging it like that. I was judging it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You might not be judging it, but subconsciously you're thinking the last episode.
I was just pissed off at all the recaps.
Oh, I know that.
That's a good point to make.
It is,
and I think a lot of people will be.
Yeah.
Where I was coming from is I didn't expect to see the Undertaker and these guys back on the show. So very fair enough. We're going to be a bit of a low, but when I was expecting maybe a 3.5, we got a 1, and it was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This week was better than last week's. But that's like saying, oh, I only had 1 shit instead of a diarrhea. You know what I mean? It was still shit. Either way you're looking at it. So,
not one of those nice shits that just finally, after waiting for all day, to finally have a shit. Like, oh, thank God for that.
This is what we've reduced the show down to. Talking about how nice certain shits are.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. That's what's crazy. But, basically...
Right now, Djismie's more disgusted than this. Than the fact that Seth Rollins beat Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, they really are.
Well, basically, the show...
And I could not give a fuck.
The show starts up with the new general manager of Raw.
Yay!
AJ Lee!
Yay.
The girl that recently got a second name again.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
No, I like it.
I know, but I just can't...
I know there's a certain someone out there that says she's the worst Raw general manager of all time. Mike Adamley!
I thought you were going to go home to him.
I liked Adam Lee.
Well, no, because
Adam Lee did one good thing, and they don't use it anymore. The scramble match.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the scramble matches.
Hashtag
And even
Adam
then-
the Original.
And even then, they're not actually on the writing team. They are characters.
There are only a few people who've played general manager or were actually on the creative team. Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman, and Stephanie McMahon. Technically you also include Shane McMahon in there, perhaps Mick Foley.
I would guess the annoyance general manager.
Well, yeah, obviously that would be purely creative. But most... Yeah, I can't forget one song.
Mid storyline.
Anyway,
And ended.
the fact that this last has had...
I don't know what you were saying. It's a mid-storyline because I had an ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still not wondering, like, who was the mystery attacker on NXT? Not like one of them. You know, at least we know who it is.
Mystery attacker on it? Oh,
It was me, Austin! It was me all along!
who lifted the fucking...
Mick Foley.
It wasn't Foley.
Mick Foley lifted the briefcase away from Austin and King of the Ring.
Bear?
Nah. Foley.
Why would Foley do it?
Because he got pissed off at him.
But Foley was still part
He
of
was still pissed off the year before.
Foley was still...
The feud with Drew Love.
It was Laurinaitis.
Nah.
Surely.
No, that
It wasn't in the company.
Yeah,
That's what you think.
that's
No,
what we
it
know.
wasn't.
That's
It was
what
WCW at the time.
Nah,
He was head of talent relations in WCW.
That never stopped Dr. Stevie from being a business therapist all those years while he was in WWE. to be
Apparently
fair.
not. Apparently not.
Yeah. I'll take
so
it.
basically,
I won't.
she announced that there's going to be two big matches for Raw: Randy Orton versus The Big Show, and John Cena. What?
Wow.
We don't need to hear that every time.
And it's the gimmick.
Yeah, but it's bad enough that Justin does it.
Wow, John Cena.
He doesn't even do it anymore. He's
And who is John Cena's wonderful opponent who we all love and respect?
John Cena's opponent was Daniel Bryan.
Oh, joy! Can't wait for that main event. Yeah, joy.
Anyway, so basically, as she's about to announce another
I'm
match,
gonna say it again. If you don't like it, turn the fucker off.
No.
anyway, the straight edge superstar, CM Punk, basically comes out and he apologises for letting his emotions get the better of him when he screamed at AJ the week prior. Now, all this, basically he goes on and says whether she actually made a mistake or not, he shouldn't have lost control. He should respect the general manager, such as he should be respected as the WWE champion.
Sorry.
Now, what it's kind of getting me about this is I'm all for CM Punk turning heel. If you want to turn him heel, turn him heel. But there are at least 50,003 better ways of doing it.
You did close down the Rock, to be fair.
That's so what?
To be fair.
So that's him turn heel.
You don't mess
So
with Rock.
Cena and The Rock can do it to anyone they want and still be face. But if CM Punk clotheslines The Rock, he's heel. Wow, Jerry Laura's in the room.
No, but to be fair.
I am fair. I'm being
Who
completely
do
fair.
Rock and Cena do it to? The last heelish thing Rock did was Rock bottom Mick Foley for no reason, which I wasn't happy about.
Yeah.
Right?
No, he did it for a reason.
What?
He ended that segment.
That was an awesome
It
segment.
was a fucking...
Paul Buchanan came back.
I don't give a fuck
You know
if
what I
Paul
mean?
Buchanan came
I
back
like
with the
Paul.
big boss man's reanimated corpse.
Paul Buchanan came back. That
Can-
segment
can-
was 100% perfect.
Can I just put that? Mick Foley deliberately set about making that the worst pro ever because he wanted.
Yeah,
the
I know.
Rocks.
I know. That's the reason, though, that
I-
they ended it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Paul
I-
Buchanan came back, so it's not a bad
Yeah,
segment.
and I don't care if Paul Buchanan came back with a reanimated corpse of the big boss man. The
I know.
segment was shit.
You said that twice now, I know.
Anyway, but my problem with the whole heel thing is, at first it was like, this is going to be cool because Austin and Rock could attack each other all the time and both be face. Did it before. Yet, CM Punk, last week I was happy as hell. It was the only part of the show I enjoyed, where CM Punk called out Jerry Lawler for being a prick. I'm still waiting for CM Punk versus Jerry Lawler, by the way.
WWE title match, book it. Book it now.
Only if Lawler loses.
No, only if Lawler wins.
Come on, he can't beat a guy like CM Punk.
Pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Even if he's champ for one day.
Please, he needs the fans to chant his name just so he can get
Of
out
course
of the
he would.
fucking chair.
Of course,
But anyways, but the way he's been turned heel, it just seems rather forced and ambiguous, which almost sounds like a contradiction in terms. But anyway, John Cena comes out and basically bitches that you're one of them now. And Punk's like, what? One of them? No, you're one of them,
They're
Cena.
both one of them.
You know, and then Big Show basically comes out,
Hey!
and AJ goes, "No, there's not going to be any of this bullshit fighting going on tonight. All right, so shush, all of you. And right, you, Punk, you're going to be fighting against one of 3 people voted for by the WWE Universe. And of course, insult to injury, WWE Champion is not in the main event. Of course he is.
He's at that 1 main event slot that everyone he knows about.
Yeah.
You know,
But
because
anyway,
he's not main event caliber. That's
so
why.
the options were Rey Mysterio, Kane, or The Miz. Now, actually, I voted Miz, not because I wanted to see the match, but because I wanted the points.
I voted Ray. Same reason. I want the points.
I didn't vote. I didn't know about it until the next morning.
And of course, being where they were, Rey Mysterio wins the vote. And which led me to go on Twitter and go, bullshit, no way they could have counted that quickly.
Wasn't Punk Miz trending though, or something? There was some, yeah.
So basically, it's WWE, once again, not so much massaging their figures, but giving it a happy ending.
At least it wasn't a text robbing people of money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a tweet. So to be fair, we'll let them off this time.
So basically, we come back from the break, you know, to find that Rey Mysterio has been chosen to nobody's surprise.
Nope.
Basically, WWE champion.
I'm sure I've seen this match before.
It's always an entertaining match.
But basically, WWE champion CM Punk defeated Rey Mysterio. I admit, it was an okay match. It wasn't one of those matches where I was like, wow, I would have been glad.
It went on a bit long, to be fair.
For me,
what was it? Wasn't longer than 30 seconds.
No, it just dragged on a bit. Because he hit him with 619.
That caused me a lot of issues points-wise. Because I was going, now hang on, what qualifies as a finisher when it comes to 619?
It's a 619 to finish in, and then the immediate finisher would be whatever he uses afterwards, and if he's used it more than once, so splash like he did, I think he went for a splash.
But the thing is it 2 finishers or just 1 finisher?
2.
Because what happened? So it's 2 finishers.
Yeah. So you get points for the 6.
Thankfully, I did the points right then. Right. But then, oh my god, this was awesome. Basically, the Wade Barrett promo.
Yeah.
First of all, he's got a beard.
Basically, CM Punk won that match.
Yeah, CM Punk won. Wade Barrett.
Skip that part, didn't he?
Wade Barrett's coming back and he's got a beard. It's awesome.
He's been fighting underground.
Yeah! I'm Wade Barrett.
You should show some out underground fighting.
And you know what? He had, he's got that kind of voice, which is, he has the ability to sound tough and be poetic at the same time.
He's English.
No, he's English.
Yeah. That means fuck all.
Yeah, you get so it's like...
No, I think you'll find that it means a lot, like, for Barrett, because the way that particularly his accent, that's what gives him that sound.
Oh, Wade Barrett. Yeah. Say, alright, calm down. I've got to be WWE champion.
Oh, God.
It's not scouts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't just use any English accent.
Exactly,
you know?
so it's his accent in particular is what helps him a lot.
Oh, God, a Scousery champion.
Oh, my God. He'd be on the Cena list.
The 4 matches scheduled for one for the tag team championships.
Oh, fucking hell, man, where's me general? Have you given me my fucking check yet?
No.
Oh my god.
Where's me fucking belt?
He'd be future debit.
Why? You fucking talking to me, you fucking cunt.
And Kevin's paid his dues and not talking like that.
Anyway,
fucking Eric, what you talking about, just me?
Up next was Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. Now, this match wasn't always booked on the card. What happened was, AJ was in their office and Alberto Del Rio came in. They was actually being rather suave and cool about it. He's like, I want to congratulate you on becoming the Raw General Manager. And he's being suave, and AJ was like, oh, thank you. And
I believe at this point,
yeah?
Ricardo Rodriguez was there.
He was. Roberto wasn't. He had a bit of a cold. Poor guy. Get well soon, Roberto.
Was it pulled up in his car?
Yeah. And basically, they're being suave and cool about it, and he was actually going to get away with it. It was like, oh, interesting. And then I think Bill said, you said she was crazy. At which point she goes, what'd you call me? In fact, you do have a match tonight. It's up next. So, what was awesome, you got Alberto Del Rio that's having to get changed on the fucking rabbit jacket. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're a bastard. And he's fighting against Christian. And of course, Christian, multi-time world champion, multi-time intercontinental champion, multi-time tag team champion.
European, I'll call. Light heavyweight.
And, well, he lost.
Yeah.
And not only did he lose, but yeah. But in fairness,
he was nearly tapping before the armbar was even on there.
He was hit very hard with a shoe.
He was in the head, not the arm.
Yeah, this is what's confusing, right? If you wear your shoe, it's perfectly legal. Take your shoe off, it's a weapon.
Yeah.
How does that work? How in the realm of reality does that work? I mean, granted, it hurts a bit fucking more, but how's it a weapon? It's part of your attire. If the referee said, yeah, you can come into the ring with
I got weapon points for that.
I do give you weapon points for it, yes.
Alright then.
Because it was used as a weapon.
Yeah.
And if he'd been caught, he would have been disqualification. Yeah. So it's like, technically that's a weapon.
Damn right.
That's why I'm ranting.
Ha!
But then, of course, Sheamus, be a star, steal a car. Came out and basically decided he was going to steal Alberto Del Rio's Ferrari in what to me sounded like a very childish. In fact, this whole setup was Sheamus was in the back, got into Alberto Del Rio's car, and he said the line, and Ricardo, next time, don't leave the keys in the car, eh?
Right.
This reminded me of when me and my mates used to play wrestling as kids. And we used to try to outdo each other and outsmart each other. Instead of like agreeing on a storyline format, we try to god mod the whole thing and come up with a way of why. It's the same as, aha, I shot you. Actually, I'm wearing like a bulletproof vest and stuff and all that jazz. You know, it's that idea of, you don't leave your keys in the car, eh? It just sounded rather childish. You could have come up with something like, you left these in your bag, you twat. Something. But, you know, be a star. You know, you get bullied, that's fine. But you can steal cars. So,
I'm sure that goes down well in the hood.
Good storyline.
Yeah. It really wasn't.
Soap opera.
That's why it wasn't good.
That's why it is.
But anyway,
that makes wrestling.
Up next, it was Randy Orton versus Big Show.
Cracking match.
And it ended.
I hated this match.
And it ended in a double count out.
I didn't like that, but it was a good match.
Didn't like it. Didn't like the fact that Orton was on top. I mean, seriously, you make Big Show your monster, and since he's been a monster, what's he done?
Well, yeah, that's
He's beat Kane a couple of times.
And Orton's took out both number one contenders in a week.
Basically, it's like,
And that's why I get pissed off with burial machines.
WWE went, right, how can we have this match without making Big Show look bad going into the pay-per-view, but making Randy Orton look good? We'll have him not win the match. We'll have a double count out. Excellent, great job. Then what about afterwards? Randy Orton kills him. Oh, that'll be perfectly fine. You fuck nuggets. Jesus Christ, there are more brains inside of a duck's vagina. What the fuck? He's like, okay, Big Show, take it
It's all part of the bigger plan, though.
It's all part of the plan. Those things. You threatened to have Big Show lose to Randy Orton, and nobody panics. It's all part of the plan. But hit the Big Show with one little kill, and it all goes crazy. Sorry.
So you were joking. You were going old school Nexus. Oh, I can speak English. Nexus.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've done that today as well. That's the weird thing.
Well, the same gimmick.
Pretty much. Anyway, up next, by God, Rex and Hawkins. They had a televised match. It was, oh my God, the green, my eyes,
and the leopard print.
Yeah, against Ryback and the Pink Eye. And well, all right match.
Yeah, it was good.
Didn't have a lot to complain about. You know, it was.
I'm sure Perry's while you're not happy that he's winning, you're happy he's showing a bit more selling.
Yeah, and
I was happy he's not fighting jobbers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you're still pissed off when he wasn't fighting jobbers and winning every week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd rather him beat Hawkins and Rex.
Ryback picked up a win, and again, it was a gimmick match.
Yep.
No, so more points. But up next, it was Epico and Primo.
I thought you watched it.
I did, but it's just still annoying, right?
It was Epico and Primo versus the Prime.
Hashtag millions of dollars. Hashtag money-making scholars. Those boys are bringing the noise. Metal Slayer. The prime time players.
Jobbed again.
Make money, no!
Versus Primo and Epico, who, of course,
minus Rosa.
Did not have Rosa Mendez with them.
Mamacita?
Mamacita got treated badly.
Fucking dickhead.
I think you've got to go save
You know, you've got to go a long way and you can say that your ex, Dave Bautista, is better than your fiancé, but well done, you fucking prick.
But Primo and Epico actually picked up the win over the primetime players.
Boo. I need some fucking points. And more importantly, I like the PTP. If not for anything else, then AW on the outside.
Now, up next was supposed to be Brothers.
Once again, the motherfuckers!
What?
Has the creative staff gone, yo, who's got Dan's team lying around somewhere? Why? Because he cannot win this fuck.
My team's not doing bad.
He's done nothing but trade for fucking burial machines.
Brothers Clay versus Damien.
And The Rock.
Rose Clay versus Damien Sandow ended in a no contest when Damien Sandow attacked Rose Clay at the top of the round.
You're welcome.
Using the most devastating fucking attack to the knee I've ever seen. Except the fact that it looked shit.
It looked alright, apart from the fact that they kept showing it on a replay. And then he did it again.
Yeah.
The first time, if he'd done that and it doesn't let her walk away, because from the angle it did it, it looked like he had really hurt his leg. Mm-hmm. But then they decided to do it again and then flip the angle so you could quite clearly see that his ankle was just sliding down.
It's nice to see Idol Stevens in a feud. That's all.
Fuck's sake!
It's good old Idol Stevens.
Anyway,
so are you?
After the match,
nothing's the matter with me, all just.
What is the matter with you? Because I mentioned his old gimmick.
Nothing's the matter. Can we move on?
You're not allowed to mention someone's old gimmick. Sorry.
We've had this discussion before.
I'll be in denial. Sorry.
Anyway,
I'm not asking you to be in fucking denial. I'm asking you to respect the guy that by his name that he's currently gone through.
Yeah, I'm just talking about his former gimmick, Idol Stevens, the teacher's pets.
Move on. I'm fucking move on.
Anyway,
don't.
Basically,
no, I don't get this. Like, what is the point of kicking off like that? Because I mentioned someone's old gimmick. Wow.
Anyway.
Hashtag overreaction.
Anyway, basically Daniel Bryan, in the next segment, went into General Manager's AJ Lee's office and basically said that after he beat Cena tonight, she'll have no choice but to make a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship by entering Daniel Bryan into it. AJ says, "Oh, you already have a match at SummerSlam." And he goes, "Who with?" And she replies, "Kane."
Oh, not Charlie Sheen.
I was so happy it wasn't Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
I was sitting there when she goes, "Do you already have a match?" And I'm going, "Oh, please no."
No!
Ironically, I was doing that beforehand. I was actually going, no.
Oh, stealing my chant from Miami.
Oh, no. Yeah, up next. Hello. Divas Adam can fucking testify to what I was doing. When that music played, I was on the floor going, why? For about 5 minutes. I was pretty much doing it throughout the entire match.
Because she's the Cena and Orton of the Divas division.
Apart from the fact she won't be there for longer than a month.
Yeah. Oh. Her voice is irritating. Her moveset is pathetic. Her music grinds on me like a fucking migraine made of cheese graters just sawing at the fucking surface of my brain.
But she has paid her dues, so you have to give her that.
So because she's paid her dues and she's shit, she can still do what she wants.
No, she just could win with that Divas title. I accept that.
She's like, honestly, it feels like.
So you don't have to be good, but if you, in order for you to accept something, you just have to be been there for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the problem she's
loads of sense.
Anyway, she wins, of course.
Against Steve.
Skank!
You know, let's not put the Divas champion on TV, Leila, because that would be the intelligent thing to do.
Busy. Kelly wins with a Hurricane. Alright, whatever.
Yeah, she'll be gone again.
Up next. Bucket woman, HBK.
One more match. No,
leave
more match.
I'll say this now about Shawn Michaels.
Disrespect the retirement.
I think anyone that
disrespect your fans.
Yeah,
that's not disrespecting them. That's giving the fans what they want.
I think asking Shawn for one more match now is disrespectful to Shawn Michaels.
Let him fight Heyman.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Shawn Michaels is happily retired. I mean, he's already been offered an executive position, and he turned it down.
Yeah.
He was offered by Triple H or Vince McMahon. No, he was offered by Vince McMahon. And somebody asked him, what if Triple H offered? He said, I'll give you the same answer I gave Vince when he offered me it. No. Shawn wants to be with his family. He's in less pain now, and he's a happy man. I think, honestly, the fans should just... And I'm one of the biggest Shawn Michaels marks there are. Get over it. Just fucking hashtag get over it.
Walk in.
At get over it. Squiggly line get over it.
Walk in the ring. Switch in music Heyman. Pin him. That takes Heyman out of the equation for SummerSlam.
But he was basically out there for the Shawn Michaels. By the way, Shawn Michaels appreciation would have been nice to have it at least as a behind-the-scenes footage for WWE.com and not have to try and find it as a bootleg.
No, it'll be like the Edge one, might be for a new DVD.
But he basically came out to address the San Antonio crowd. He was talking about the degeneration bit. Then obviously,
no, hang on. You mentioned about all the new faces in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, all those new faces from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shawn. Sure.
Of course.
Yeah, he says he likes going back to seeing the new faces because remember to him there's still all new faces because when Shawn was there, he was there for the Raws.
Yeah.
It's very rare he went on tour. So that's what you know.
Yeah, but
you see guys that are on SmackDown that might pop over now and again.
Yeah,
he
was there only 2 weeks ago though.
And I'm just explaining what his point of view is, probably.
And suddenly, well, here comes the pain. Brock Lesnar and Heyman come out, and quite frankly, we have seen this confrontation before.
Mm-hmm.
The NWO. Indeed, we did. It was a fantastic game where you get Shawn Michaels standing there and says, "You can tell us what to do." And then, so Paul Heyman gets in his face, then Brock Lesnar pushes out the way, then Kevin Nash comes in, and the big showdown. What you say, boy?
By the way, Sean, you have been in a match with Brock. It was a 2003 Royal Rumble. I don't care if you never actually met in that match, it was still in a match, and Lesnar has a victory over you. I'm sorry, I don't agree with it, but those are the facts and the stats.
Yeah. But,
you were number 1, he was number 29.
But basically, Triple H came out before Brock Lesnar could speak directly to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. What was hilarious that Heyman was doing a really good promo.
Yeah.
And then Shawn says his bit.
Yeah.
And then Brock grabs the mic as Heyman's talking, and Heyman does what I only ever can say is a facepalm on live TV.
Yeah.
No.
But
why did I agree to give him the fucking mic?
And what was awesome after that one is basically Brock Lesnar says, "I'll see you at SummerSlam." Then he turns to Shawn and says, "I'll see you sooner."
Yeah, I can imagine a backstage bit at home somewhere.
Yeah. Up next, Alex Riley.
If his head would get smashed into a car like in 02, sorry.
What?
No, 2 PG
guys,
for that.
Up next, it was Dolph Ziggler versus Alex Riley.
So Dolph Ziggler won.
No. Alex Riley.
Oh, no. You just said it was Alex Riley, the varsity villain, versus the show-off, Dolph Ziggler. So Dolph Ziggler won.
Alex Riley won with a roll-up.
Damn right he
I
won.
didn't get the points.
You listened to me? No.
Alex Riley won with a roll-up.
Damn right.
That's right. I watched it and Tout before I watched Raw. Honestly, God, I was checking my stuff. Checked Twitter, checked Facebook, checked Instagram. I checked Tumblr, then I watched, which I should never do on Tuesday morning. There's always a spoiler.
You should never watch on a Tuesday morning.
Well, it depends if it's where the dog is. If it's in the room, I don't do it. Then I go to Tout, and I'm looking through. And there's a couple of Touts, and then from Zack Ryder. I'll leave then. Then no, that's spoiler.
Yeah.
And then I look at Chris Jericho's, where it clearly looks as if he's on Raw.
Yeah.
And I put it on. I'm going, well, it can't be anything too spoilerific. Oh, Alex Riley just beat Dolph Ziggler. Well, if that's not a spoiler, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And Alex Riley he's launched into Twitter fame.
Tumblr fame as well.
Yeah. Awesome.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there, and he rolled him up. I was like, and I jumped up. I said, he's won! And I looked at Anna, I was just like, he won! And although I'm a massive Ziggler fan, I was just so happy that Riley actually won. I couldn't believe it was just out of nowhere.
As much as you don't like people getting pushed too fast, you hate people who are on their way to getting a decent little run and then are stopped. You hate jobbers.
Yeah, but Riley,
That's what I'm saying. You hate someone whose only job in the WWE is to job.
Yeah.
You know, Alex Riley did that famous one that I put on Tumblr for the hashtag Total Markout Tumblr. Sorry, kid, I've got a job to go do. You actually like the fact that now again a jobber should win.
Yeah.
Like Barry Horowitz.
Yeah. Brooklyn Brawler. Brooklyn Brawler beat Just Joe.
Just Joe.
Yeah.
Up next, it was Kane versus the Intercontinental Champion.
You brought Just Joe.
Damn right, I brought Just Joe.
The Miz.
He's a Jew here.
Yep.
The Miz?
No.
When you just said that, I was like, The Miz, he's a Jew here.
No, I'm talking to you, Just Joe.
Yeah. So basically,
You're talking to you.
chokeslam victory for Kane.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, Adam finally got some points, and there's a fucking.
Oh, so might as well someone else get some points. God.
And then
motherfucker.
Next was the. Listen, I'm going to tout this one. I'm going to tout myself. Alright. Let me turn the camera back around because I've reversed it. So next it was time for the
moment.
And it was John Cena versus Daniel Bryan.
That's the main event. Wow.
It was.
Wow.
Yep.
9 years ago, that was Velocity match. That just shows how downhill WWE has really gone.
Absolutely. Well,
Wow.
yeah, but here's the thing.
Oh, joy.
My problem with Daniel Bryan...
Is that he's in
No.
WWE?
My problem with Daniel Bryan is now I'm kind of warming to him. Because I always said I didn't like his gimmick they had at the Cold Kiss Ass. Now it's more of a just straight up going batshit crazy. I'm like, I can get behind this one. But then you put him with Cena. Why? Unless you're gonna make, you know what? I know what I would love.
Who I want to win? Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, you know what I would have loved for this match. I would have loved it if Daniel Bryan had made Cena tap.
Oh, I would have loved it.
Like,
I would have fucking loved it.
You know, not just for the sake of oh my god, you know.
Points.
Well, even for you, I suppose.
Points plus Daniel Bryan makes John Cena tap out. Yes, please.
You know, but not just for the fact of like, oh my god, Cena lost, but imagine the impact it would have had. You know, it just have been like, you know, oh my god, Cena actually tapped out, and then, you know, and you know what, fuck it, can we just make the championship match at SummerSlam? You know, Daniel Bryan and Kane as well. Can we not just throw them in as well?
Yes. Let's throw Kane in.
Just throw
We're
them
going to
in.
do a scramble.
Yeah, just do a scramble. Fuck them. Throw them in. Then
You know,
throw, you know.
then I'd have more of a chance of somebody that actually wanted to win.
It's always good.
I'd have Kane and
Yeah.
Big Show.
But basically, John Cena
Wins.
Yeah,
Shock
wins.
horror. Who cares?
Yeah, and
When
then
he beats Bryan, get in. Cena won. Bastard.
yeah,
That's
Big Show.
basically my
Then Big
reaction.
Show rushes down the ring. Sorry, CM Punk comes out the ring to
You know
like
he's
get
already
his
commentary, isn't it?
Yeah, CM Punk gets in the ring, but then Big Show comes out as Cena and Punk have a confrontation. Cena pushes Punk out the way to attack Big Show. Then CM Punk takes out
Sorry, I didn't realise that.
what?
Has Bryan changed the yes lock now to the no lock?
Yes.
Yes.
I hadn't heard that. Obviously, we've not been able to watch much TV, and the commentary was really shit on the YouTube I was watching. I really couldn't hear a lot of it, but I didn't realise he changed it to the no lock when he changed the yes game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So and then
And the
basically,
best part of Raw happened now.
yeah, CM Punk basically gets on the headset and he goes, you know, basically essentially saying "fuck everyone." He's like saying, I smiled at the smiles, I kissed the babies and all this bullshit. Obviously, I was wasting my time. You know, it's time that I start respecting myself, you know, and stop worrying about getting respect of others. And the show closes. And it's like,
Well, doesn't
No, whoa. You've missed the best part.
okay, the best
Big
part-
Show comes in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Bang! Down goes Cena.
You got that wrong.
Bang! Down goes Punk.
Big Show was already in the ring.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Good, get down, you stupid fuckers. Because I don't care if you ever get back up. You do not deserve where you are. Big Show stand over the title, and that should be the SummerSlam ending. But it won't be, because we need to put the title on one of the other ones. Ooh, Big Show can't be champion for more than 45 seconds anytime soon. Fuck you two. Get down, you fuck.
Here's the question, right? Also got a question, right? Let's say,
Well, I didn't think it was an illegal one.
let's say Punk loses the title at SummerSlam.
Right.
Either one, right?
Right?
And then doesn't get it back until either WrestleMania, or doesn't get into the legitimate WWE Championship match until WrestleMania. Let's say he wins the Rumble
Right.
and challenges
Whoa.
The The Rock, right? But in that time, he has various matches where he's lost to some guys as well as winning some matches. By that point, is it possible that he would have paid his dues? By
It
that
depends
point?
what he's been doing. It depends on the feud.
But is there a possibility? That's
No.
all I ask.
No.
No, I despise him. I don't even like his character.
Is there a
But
possibility?
there is a possibility that he could have paid his dues by then.
All right. Well,
But that
that's,
is a big, hard
we'll
one.
see what happens then.
The
Well,
big-
Anyway,
a big
that's
hard one.
Yeah, it's
that,
a big hard one.
that was the WWE recap, which means that we are bringing a little bit in because we're really, doing Smackdown as well in NXT. It's time for the next segment. Dan, what's our next segment?
Just be stats.
No.
The news.
Oh yeah, the news. I completely forgot.
Then lead us in.
Wrestling news.
So what is that one this week?
What's the news?
Okay, so wrestling news. There was low morale within the WWE. We touched upon this before. Guys like JTG,
Jupiter.
yep, has actually complained, went on a Twitter tirade and about how he's getting sick of how he's treated. Reportedly, WWE management approached him after the tirade to make sure he was okay, where he vented his frustrations, and the advice he got, allegedly, was just carry on working and hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Just look at Dolph. He's a good one, right? Did you know that guys like Dolph Ziggler and guys like Zack Ryder don't get a single penny from the YouTube shows?
Yeah.
Why then host it on the WWE show? That's
Because actually it's not the WWE's channel.
Yeah.
It's Zack Ryder's. They
Yeah.
just changed the name and that.
Because they took over, didn't they?
Yeah. But
And they don't pay him anything extra for it or anything like that. Because it's either you use this one given the opportunity to, or we take it off him.
But here's what I don't get, right? He posts YouTube. He posted to his own YouTube account, right?
Yeah.
How did we take it over?
Because WWE said, listen, you either stop doing it or we will shut it down. Because they were already stopping certain episodes
Yeah. But
for copyright.
But here's the thing that I have a problem with, right? Legally they can do that bullshit, right? Vince McMahon, on this occasion, fuck you.
It's not Vince.
It is. Vince is in charge.
Yes.
But it's not Vince who's behind it.
Vince is in charge.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know, but Vince is in charge.
Yeah.
The
Everything has to go through Vince. It is
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's Vince.
I'm not saying he's the mastermind, but everything has to go through him.
Sure.
That's my problem. If Vince is the number one, Vince always says all the credit, all the blame.
Yeah.
So right on this occasion, fuck you. And everyone that works for you, that's behind it. But Vince, the buck stops with him, and that's his mentality. If it was more of a case of that, no, not everything has to go through me. I let some decisions fly. Fine, fuck the people that it does go through at the end. Fuck the last person on the food chain. But Vince always says it's him. Everything has to go through him. So that's where I give blame. I'll be corrected on the issue if someone can show me a correction on the issue. That's fine. But let's move on to a bit more good news. Justin Credible's been called by WWE. They wanted to go work for him on something. Perhaps
On the network.
Yeah, they're working on the network. Perhaps a cruiserweight show. But Justin Credible posted on his Twitter that he got home and there was a call waiting for him from the WWE.
Which is really interesting because Aldo Montoya is scheduled to be at the Kings of Trios for Chikara Pro in September, teaming with the 1-2-3 Kid and Tanaka as part of Team WWF.
Indeed. And in the last bit of news...
and the last Team WWF I believe we had was Demolition and a one-man gang in 07.
Yeah, the last bit of news here. CM Punk...
Well, not the last bit.
Well, from me anyway. CM Punk rips into a top UFC star for an endorsement deal. Basically, John Jones, USA fighter.
Johnny Bones Jones.
Yeah, got a new endorsement deal, and CM Punk tweeted, "Let's reward more drunk drivers with endorsement deals. # responsibility."
Yeah.
The thing is, I agree with Punk on a lot of the stuff, because, he's a dick. He is a dick at times. He's more of a dick to, but I think he tends to be more of a dick to people that deserve than being a dick to, like Chris Brown, all that shit. And if this guy... But immediately there's been a whiplash effect where guys from ESPN have getting on his case, basically talking about the fact that there are wrestlers who endorse be a star and all that, and the be a star will always be an issue.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who says it. If you're a wrestling fan or if you're in the wrestling business and you try to speak out about bullshit, they'll just go, "What about be a star?" So, but people are basically saying that CM Punk should shut his mouth saying, "Oh yeah, so hang on, you'll challenge Chris Brown to a fight, but not John Jones." And there are two schools of thought. One school of thought is that it's because he's too much of a bitch to challenge John Jones. The other side is thinking, well, no, he was challenging Chris Brown because Chris Brown beat up on his fucking girlfriend Rihanna. John Jones hasn't beaten anybody up. He's drink driving. There's a difference.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be split in the opinions there. But those are my news. Of course, what about you guys?
Well, 7 Footer decided to open his mouth this week again and work the internet. Good old Kevin Nash, yeah?
Yeah, Kevin.
Want to be careful, he keeps typing, he'll clear a quad.
Yeah. Super Shredder, basically goes on and he decides to talk about Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Saying that in his eyes, in his opinion, the wrestling business died when them two were world champion and shook hands at the end of WrestleMania 20. Right. Wrestling business died. Right, yeah. Because you had two wrestlers holding the championship.
Yeah.
You had 2 bona fide good people who could put a match on with anyone.
Yeah.
Win the championship.
Well, as
Chris Jericho pointed out,
yeah.
the lowest year in the world of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, when it come to money, was the year he was on top in '95.
Yeah. And of course, but as soon as you put the title on smaller people,
these vanilla midgets.
Yeah, I mean,
because Eddie Guerrero has no charisma.
Yeah.
Benoit, fine. Benoit was Mr. Roboto.
Yeah.
As Jericho ever said, but
I mean,
there was still something about Jericho Benoit that brought you into it.
I mean, how tall was Eddie Guerrero?
Eddie was about 6'1",
right.
6'1", 6'2", 6 foot around that mark.
And how tall was Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels can build 6 foot.
Yeah.
5'11" is that?
So So smaller guys never work.
Oh, that's the thing. I would love to know what Shawn thinks about this.
When Shawn,
Kid.
when Shawn was champ,
it was a bad year as well.
They even mentioned that when they did the backstage promo with Dusty Rhodes, that the ratings were lowest.
Yeah.
Right.
But the money wasn't as bad as it was with.
I'm not agreeing with Kevin Nash here.
Yeah.
Right.
You agree with half of it though.
No, the next part he said. Well, I said something else, which I agree with.
I know what you're about. You're about how that's why he can't get behind people like Punk and Bryan now, because he doesn't believe they have any personality and everything else.
And he said he doesn't see them as the caliber, and he also said about them not being recognised in airports without wearing gimmick shirts, which is probably true, because as you say, they are guys, because you can relate to them.
I've just come out of my corner because I wanted to bring something up as well on the matter of CM Punk. I was watching a shoot promo that, not promo, but a shoot interview that Stone Cold Steve Austin did, where he says, and I quote, "No, Punk's paid his dues." Just wanted to bring that to the table. I'm going back to my corner now.
Alright. 6 years, 6 world titles, paying your dues. Okay.
According to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, and I tell him the same as well. I'll go tweet him if you want.
The greatest superstar in
the
history of WWE.
Yeah, I disagree. 6 world titles, 6 years is not paying your dues.
Sure enough.
Hang on. I will say one thing. You got to give it just because a superstar said it doesn't.
I know.
Even if it is, if Stone Cold said so.
I'm getting back to the Kevin Nash thing.
Yeah.
The idea that because these guys are smaller, they shouldn't be world champions is something that's always grated on me.
Yeah.
What about Rey Mysterio?
Ray. Oh no, Ray's got personality. He's got a mask. Okay, Kev, you took the mask off him.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Your great idea was that we're not selling these masks, we can take it off them.
Yeah.
Okay,
good storyline, that though.
Okay, Kev. But surely, right? Just because these guys are normal guys, right? And I know you don't agree with me here because you don't think that.
I love Eddie and Benoit.
No, I mean the other guys.
Oh, them, yeah.
Because you don't think, you prefer a superstar to a superstar. Like if he was walking out, he'd be crowded, Hogan, Rock, Austin.
Larger than life.
Yeah, couldn't walk out in a crowd without having another fucking mob come towards him. Well, surely it's easier for these guys if not a lot of people recognize them. I would personally want to be one of those guys, and if I ever got into business because of my size, I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Or like the fact that I have very distinctive features. I'm receding at the age of 23-year-old, and I have tattoos of superheroes on my arms. I would so want to be able just to walk off a plane, get onto me next one without anyone bugging me.
See, now I completely disagree. If I was there, I'd want to be surrounded by those people.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning when you're trying to get your next flight. It's a 15-minute crossover. And if you don't miss it, you've got to wait 6 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I admire my own privacy. I like anything.
Don't worry. I would be, if a fan recognized me and asked me, yeah, there you go, kid. I'd stop for them. Unless I was, running late.
Yeah.
And I'd say, sorry, kid, I'm running late. I'll get you next time. And if I didn't, I would get him next time.
Yeah. I'd be more like, see, I think my temptation would be, look, write your address down, I'll send you something.
But the idea that these guys aren't, because they're not larger than life, shouldn't be world champions pisses me off. And the idea that Eddie Guerrero is a vanilla midget, one of the most charismatic superstars in the history of the WWE and professional wrestling, is a vanilla midget?
Yeah.
For starters, he was Latino. He's not even fucking vanilla.
Yeah.
But he's just some bland, smaller guy. Yeah, Kevin, it's not our fault you couldn't work a match.
Yeah.
And that your best matches were arguing against Shawn and Brett.
You know what? Part of me just wishes he was saying this to get some attention.
He is! And that's the problem. Last week he went on Twitter and said how good CM Punk was. Then this week he turns around.
What about the NWO reunion? He was talking about that with Punk. Not remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
NWO
A couple of
reunion
weeks ago, he was talking about the NWO reunion. He was talking about how good Punk was. And this week, he's decided that he needs some media attention because of his new movie coming out. So he's done a fucking.
How do we know what he was saying about Punk the first time wasn't the lie?
Because it was on Twitter.
So
it was talking to him.
So it wasn't a lie. You could lie to him on Twitter.
Yeah, but still, I think as much as Kevin bullshits people, I don't think he would do it like that.
I do. It's Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash would bullshit you to your face, and then say, "Oh yeah, by the way, that spot's mine."
Speaking of bullshit, it's move on. But
I do agree, wrestling hasn't been the same since 2004, but not because of Benoit and Eddie. That's my final thought.
Well, speaking of your final thought, it's time for Djismie's Stats.
This is Djismie's Stats. But first, I must address a mistake that I made. Shock horror, I know. Last week, I did Kofi Kingston's stats.
Yes, you did.
And I need to apologise. One of my stats was wrong. I said Kofi Kingston ended Randy Orton's Survivor Series streak. I was wrong.
What you talking about? What is?
It was DX, the Hardys, and Punk.
What's up with that?
I'm not perfect. I apologise.
Nobody ever said you were.
I apologise for all those I heard. Anyway, moving on to this week.
You said you had a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, fine, one.
Alright.
The second mistake was the fact that he thought you'd made more than one mistake.
This week, though, there will be no mistakes.
Yes!
As the stats will be on.
Yes!
Stone Cold.
Wait, what?
Steve.
What?
What?
Williams. Austin.
What?
Well, what happened to the weddings?
The weddings will be next week.
Okay.
As I have been piling statistics from the weddings. Yay. I get one. Anyway, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Originally, Steve Austin.
What?
Then, the Ringmaster.
What?
And then, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Stunning Steve. Superstar Steve.
I'm talking about WWE again. He made his WWE debut against Matt Hardy.
What?
Which he won by submission.
What?
Yeah.
Really thought it
Yeah. His first defeat was against
What?
Shawn Michaels.
What?
1996 Royal Rumble match.
What?
Yeah. His last match, technically,
What?
was against JBL in a drinking contest.
Okay.
It's Saturday night main event.
Alright.
That was
Yeah.
a match.
Because it's a contest.
But that was a ring.
It did. Because he lost because JBL lost by DQ because he tried to cheat.
Okay.
He was a
match. I give you it.
Yeah. He's a 6-time WWE champion, a 4-time World Tag Team champion. Once with Dude Love, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and The Undertaker.
Woo!
He's also a 1-time, and not many people know this, $1 million champion.
Because it wasn't that much because they had to go out and find someone worthy of the title.
Yeah, and Ted awarded it to him. That's how you get a title.
Yes. Get it awarded to you.
See?
Triple H.
And also, a stat about myself, I'm fine with that because he paid his dues in WCW and ECW.
And the $1 million title doesn't count.
It does. It is a title.
A minute. You want a Beer Drinkers Championship so Stone Cold can come and defend it every pay-per-view.
TNA had one. It was awesome. It had a spinny beer ball. You can't outdrink me.
Is that
James Storm's catchphrase.
Is that the championship, or is that not just the board for a drinking contest game?
No.
It's like spin the bottle.
Dan, was it a belt?
Yep.
Thank you. And also,
yes,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Is.
Yes.
A.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Time.
Yes.
Intercontinental
Yes!
Champion.
Hey!
He's also a 3-time Royal Rumble winner.
What?
And those 3 wins represent 50% of the Royal Rumble matches he was ever entered in. Was in 6, he won 3. Well done, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Impressive work, Mr. Austin.
Yes, very impressive.
I would watch it better. And also, this Texas rattlesnake kicked the living shit out of me. Well, I said he was going to be WWE champion one day. And they said, but it's called WWF. And I told them, don't fucking talk back to me. I'm Alfred fucking Pennyworth. And I will fuck you up and fuck your bitch. True story.
Where's Stone Cold these days?
And that was Djismie's stats.
In which case, it's time for the most nostalgic segment of the show. Yeah, Rich! Yeah.
It's rather ironic that I do the nostalgia part of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. So, Dan, what are we going to watch?
Well, Kevin Nash. I think there's a few good Kevin Nash matches. And I'm going to go with a Shawn Michaels Kevin Nash match. Because really he did his best work with Shawn.
Alright.
Which is a shame because after that he had another, 6 years of his career? 7 years? I mean, he's still technically going now, but...
Still a wrestler now, dude.
But full time. Full time, it was 7 years before he tore his quad?
Or 2, he tore his quad.
Yeah, so it was 7 years. But the one you're going to watch is... So I'm going to go Shawn, and I'm definitely going to go with In Your House, Best Friends, Better Enemies. Is it technically a street fight? I don't think they said it was a street fight. It's no DQ, isn't it? No DQ match. If you only watch this for one reason, watch for the fact that Mad Dog Vachon is in the crowd. And let's just say that a piece of his body comes flying off. I think flying off. Kevin Nash rips it off and hits Shawn Michaels in the head with it.
Yes,
I'm not going to spoil anything else, but if you're going to watch it for that reason. It's also the first table break bump in the WWE.
Ah.
And nothing's cleared off the table.
Ooh.
And it's Shawn going for it.
Ow.
Secondly, is Eddie Guerrero.
Orale!
You know, Latino Heat.
Viva la raza!
Ole Holmes. You know, Eddie Guerrero versus JBL. Judgment Day 04. Would have been right? Yeah, 04. Yep. We had sometimes messes up dates. 04. It's the bloodiest match I think I ever seen in the WWE, and I don't think I've seen one bloodier in a long time. Basically, Eddie just whips the fuck out of JBL with a chair. And doesn't hold back. And JBL's head's dented like a motherfucker, and it's spewing blood at a high rate. Excellent match. These two always had great chemistry. I always wanted to see a bit more of their feud, but Kurt Angle got in the way for Eddie. Which really, a lot of people say it was the other way around. JBL got in the way of Kurt Angle's feud with Eddie, but because that started beforehand. But in my opinion, it was always Kurt seemed to have to chip in there for a feud for me. That could have gone on for another 6 months and I would have been happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it went on, but there was always other parties involved. Taker and Booker at some point. JBL, obviously, kept coming back into the title. It was a champion, so everyone kept coming back into it. But I just wanted to see more of them two by themselves. I mean, the promo work was excellent as well with JBL. And then, might as well round this off with Chris Benoit.
Of course.
Chris Benoit versus...
We're afraid to mention him.
Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho in Japan, in Raw, I think it was 06. But yeah, it's in Japan. Worth a look. I mean, you'll find it on YouTube just by putting Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho Raw Japan. Don't just put Japan in; you'll get some excellent matches, and you can watch them as well. But it's not the match I'm on about. You'll get Super J Cups and New Japan Pro. At least this one has English commentary, so it's a little easier for people who don't like listening to the other commentary.
Yeah. So what you're saying, we've got Little Nighty versus And Now You Know. That's for you, should go send it. That's for you.
The people who listen to it.
Yeah.
Citizens.
Yeah. It does. Cool.
And those who
Hi, Sinjid.
that was you got to watch, yeah?
That was you got to watch.
In which case, it's time to skip. Let's say what we shall be doing this week. The top 10. That'll be coming next week.
Cue the music!
It's your favorite part and mine. Now cue the music. Although you've never even said "bam," come on out.
I didn't even get to say it.
It wasn't, you know.
But you know what? We don't need to say. You're right. Fan Corner is so awesome. It needs to introduction.
You got the hashtag.
Yeah. Yes, we are going to go to the questions now. We have a couple of questions from Twitter. We've got a few questions from Twitter, a couple on Tumblr.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to start off with a lady that has been called hashtag John Barkout's #1 fan. She has been called that. She's still waiting for a mug. We'll get round to it, we promise. But she has changed. She has evolved. You know, we didn't hit the B button to stop it either.
Who's this one from, like?
This is from Anna, now known as Cena's true fan.
What happened to Cena's lesbian fan?
Well, basically, we used like a couple of rare candies. She leveled up and she evolved from Cena's lesbian fan to Cena's true fan.
Ah.
Apparently, the last one, apparently the name as well wasn't strictly true.
Ah, so wow, that's the first time I've ever been referred to as a rare candy. I like the Pokemon reference.
Oh, yeah.
You're the rarest candy there is.
Damn Skippy hippie.
Anyway, she asked...
I miss you at Cena's lesbian fan.
She says via Twitter, hashtag #Marker, hashtag Fan Corner.
Hi, beautiful. Hashtag Bonla Hall.
What has been your favourite pay-per-view of all time, and what's been your favourite match at a pay-per-view?
Royal Rumble 2000, one of the greatest pay-per-views ever, and the Royal Rumble match itself with the Rock one. There you go.
Wow, that was quick.
That is mine. Boom!
What a dick.
On a show. Get it right.
You only get one show.
I don't have a gimmick you can nick.
Quack.
Fuck you!
Sit.
Pass the duck. That's AKA salt for you gonna get got. That's the even.
Favourite pay-per-view of all time? I don't fucking know. I mean, there's been loads.
Been a lot of shit ones.
Well, yeah, but she's not asking for my worst pay-per-view of all time.
So just get rid of them and then think of the good ones. Just do what I do and look at the quality of matches on all of them.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's how I judge Royal Rumble. That's what I said. For me, you've got the Hardys v Judges in the table match, Taz Angle street fight. You've got the bikini contest where Mae Young wins, puppies.
It was, for me, I can't remember the WrestleMania. The thing is, my favourite match didn't happen at my favourite pay-per-view.
Me either.
My favourite pay-per-view was the only way I can address it is the first WrestleMania that had the Money in the Bank match.
21.
Right? Now, I don't know when the Shawn Michaels match happened. If it's from this pay-per-view, I apologise. I'm not good with dates. That's the one thing you should know about me by now. I hate dates. But it was Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon. 22. My favourite, just that match.
I thought he was going to say Jericho.
Boom, motherfucker!
So many different companies to go for my head at the same time. It's like all the knowledge. You know, even you see at the end of Batman Forever, where the Riddler's head's getting fucking filled with everything, and he can't handle it. I'm gonna go ECW One Night Stand 2005 for favorite pay-per-view. Favorite pay-per-view match. WrestleMania 25 Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
All right.
Fall Taker.
Our next question comes from @Rubicant86.
Damon!
Who asks, most desired #WWE superstar that has never had a #DVD or #VHS release about them.
How do I think you've inspired them somehow, Djismie?
I think he's scared not to put a hashtag on a tweet he sends to me.
Most desired three superstars never had a DVD or VHS release about them.
I wonder.
I was thinking the other day it'd be really. I mean, I was watching the Edge one at the time, so it probably didn't help. The Christian would be a pretty cool one.
Yes.
Christians would be cool. I would really like to see Kane's already had one, but a proper Kane one. The Glenn Jacobs one.
Mine's a bit of a cheat. It's more than one. Technically, this is superstar. The superstar terminology is bad, but I would love to see one about the commentating history, and that includes the ring announcers as well, like Lee Garcia and all that as well. And Fink. I'd love to see a DVD about them, about the commentators and the ring announcers. Get to really know them.
I think a JR one would be really cool. Just JR Banks. I mean, he's just his Hall of Fame speech had so many fucking stories in that you was thinking, well, I'd love to sit around the table with him and keep buying him drink after drink and just listen to the stories he has.
Yeah, or you would eventually get the point where you go, I love you. Have some barbecue sauce.
Ooh, JR's barbecue sauce.
It's on me. No, Jim Ross. That's it.
Yourself, big guy?
1 hashtag, 3 letters, JBL.
Oh, that would be. Oh,
and
Ron
I mean,
Simmons.
like,
the ABA one would be a double pack. Would be really cool.
But for me, a JBL one, like from the start, Justin Hawk.
Before that, though, like his stuff, you know, if they did it really like old school, went really into that'd be a really.
And what I would like on this and the features, because it's not much to ask, is to have every title match where he wins a title. Because those should be on your DVD no matter what.
Even if the matches are worse than the other matches you put on.
And that's including when he clotheslines Johnny Stamboli in the back. That is a hardcore title match. He won that. That is an accomplishment, and I need a DVD about accomplishments for these wrestlers. That would be even better.
Our next question comes from @Steven.
Hello, I need to announce a botch I made on your question as well 2 weeks ago. When he said about his your favourite heel moment, and I said an honourable mention where he said Flair got DQ'd with using the open fist.
Yeah.
I meant to say he was special ref and DQ'd the Dudleys for using an open fist on 2 jobbers. So I apologise for that botch as well.
Well, he asked this week, try not to botch.
No.
What is your favourite pay-per-view gimmick? Example, WrestleMania 21 with the films. It was sometime 2004 with the Olympics. So favourite pay-per-view gimmick?
Well, I love the film once, being a movie buff.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I love the Royal Rumble. There's going to be a Rumble tonight. West Side Story.
05.
Tonight. But that was awesome. But I know that's like because there can only be one Royal Rumble winner. That but they're both very similar, like films, so they're up there.
Well, for me, it was the film gimmicks for WrestleMania 21, and that was my favourite WrestleMania pay-per-view gimmick. So, because beyond that, it would be Tabby Tuesday, Cyber Sunday. But then in themselves are pay-per-view types rather than like gimmicky.
I mean, mine. The gimmick kind of is. I love both the ones he's given an example there. The other one's just funny as fuck. Also, the biggest party with the DX commercial.
Yeah.
With Mabel. Was it Big Daddy V at the time?
Yes.
Was stuck down, or it might be Viss still, but stuck in the fucking pool, and all Coach wanted was a hot dog.
And then Kim and V ended up throwing a bit.
Yeah.
That's hot dog.
I like it. The Royal Rumble 01 one. If you build it, they will come. The midgets versus the farmers. Royal Rumble.
Of course, you've got the Royal Rumble 2000 where it's on the road to WrestleMania. It's all destroyed.
Yeah. With a big taxi.
Yeah, I think mine may be though. I mean, it's a slight cheat, but I'm going to cheat anyway because I can. Is the King of the Ring itself? Back when it used to have the 2 fuckers opening the doors, you know, like Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. If you look one year, I don't remember which year it is. Actually, had to do that when they were jobbing, and the stuff didn't fit them correctly.
All right,
Jew payers. That's who they are.
Are you gonna get got?
Gary.
Hashtag Twitter markout. Hashtag Fan Corner. You guys don't like Batista and Cena.
Certainly not.
If you were in charge, who would you have pushed as the new top guys in 2005?
I've thought about this question.
Yeah.
And I would have
going to think about this question.
And I would have pushed Edge earlier. Rather than winning the Money in the Bank, I would have had him feuding with JBL that year for the title. And we would have had like former Ministry members going at each other.
For your Raw?
Now this is where it gets picked. Obviously Triple H was the champion. And obviously we'd had Orton leaving and he'd had his little push. Then it was like obviously Batista, but Me, personally, I wouldn't. I'm going to cheat here a bit. I wouldn't say push, but I would have given Ric Flair that match at WrestleMania.
Well, that's not who he's asking.
He's asking
for new top guys for that year, not asking
no,
for
he just
who
says
would
who
have
you would have pushed. I would have pushed.
Yeah, if you were in charge, who would you pushed in the new top guys? Not who would you give the match to.
As the new top guys.
Ric Flair wasn't the top guy then.
But he wasn't new.
Right.
Thanks for stealing my gimmick as well, dude. This was going to be an episode of Bookmark for one of you.
But this, I would have said in this one, probably simultaneously Edge and Christian.
Yeah, that would work well.
Yeah, that'd be mine.
Christian on Raw, yeah, against Triple H, yeah. That would
mine would have been... See, it's hard. Well, dude, you've got one.
RVD. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, so
if he hadn't been injured,
yeah.
RVD.
I'm trying to think who was like
Because
around that level then. I mean, main event wise, who would be new guys? There wasn't many new ones that had come through other than Batista and Cena, and it kept going at a steady pace. I would have probably prolonged Orton's and made him my top guy instead of Batista.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to stick with you guys as well, because Cena would have been Edge.
Alright, well, you've got a couple of Tumblr questions.
I do. Just one. Right. If you could record a cover of any WWE theme song, what would it be? If you don't feel comfortable singing, so for me and you just, then pick a band to replace you. That's from Anonymous on Tumblr. So, if you could record a cover of any WWE theme song, what would it be? And if you don't feel comfortable singing, then pick a band to replace you. So basically, if you could have anyone do a cover, if you don't want to sing, who would it be?
So if you don't sing it yourself,
yeah, you've got to pick a band as well. I've got to pick the tune first.
Well, yeah, that's to say if you didn't want to sing it yourself. For me, I tell you what I'd love to do. I'd love to do a cover of Drew McIntyre's theme.
That'd be cool.
Orton's Burning My Light.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to sing it myself. Sinjin is my backup echo. Hey, nothing you can say. There we go, because we used to do that back in the day.
You had to.
I mean, feeling comfortable singing after a couple of pints, I'd sing anything.
My mate did.
After a couple of pints, I'd probably end up doing The Games, King of Kings by Motorhead.
Alright.
So yeah, that'd be my one. And finally, from Anonymous on Tumblr, I have a funny feeling this might be the same guy.
A friend of mine said he was going to ask a couple of questions.
Last week, Geek couldn't make it to the show. First of all, I couldn't make it to the show, but I was suspended, right? Fucking you mention one name. With Erik and Geek both having at some point not appeared at the show, he was suspended too at one point.
Well, 4 times.
Yeah.
You were injured at one point.
Injured, dead.
And you got blown up in a limo.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You don't remember, it's a 3-strike rule. You get suspended again, we can't bring you back. You have to put a mask on.
I'll just be a different guy.
Just put a mask on.
I'll just be
Erik Van
Djismie.
Will there ever be a day when either Steve doesn't turn up? No.
No. Well, if there is, then we won't turn up.
If there is, then I hope Minifunk's here.
Yeah.
Or is
press record.
or is left to host the show on his own. Now, unless I get suspended for some ungodly reason again, and
I know
Djismie dies at some point.
I know I'll not be making some appearances in the next few weeks, months. There'll be at least one in September, one in November, one in January, possibly another in April. So there's another 4 shows I'm guaranteed to miss.
My God, you played The Rock.
Oh, you're going to Beaver?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about this one.
They're like an old married couple.
No, because unless I get suspended, I'll be here.
Yeah.
And I'm always napping in the corner.
Yeah, but to be honest, Minifunk's a little bit like Hornswoggle. He can talk, we just tell him not to.
Yeah. It's for the best.
Stig, do you think there'll ever be a time when you're doing it by yourself?
I don't think... the only way that would ever happen is if he can't make it and you're too ill.
And more importantly, do you think there'll ever be a time when you're not on the show?
Never. I'd be on the show even if I was fucking dying. You know,
just press the button.
Yeah, like all I'll do is press the button.
Sit your punk ass down.
I can't see. I could see a point where I could end up hosting it on my own, like maybe if you're ill, but that's like a 1 in a million chance. Any chance of me not appearing on the show? No, I'll always be on the show. I believe that's all the questions we have.
That is all the questions.
But it would be fun.
I mean, honestly, I was getting suspended and I got called out on it. This guy's been missed 4 shows, and I got called out after 1 show?
I can afford
Actually, surely they were just called on the fact that it was the first time you were ever unable to.
Yeah, you mentioned a fucking name.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's your own fault.
So we don't get sued.
Yeah, you idiot.
There are so many messages about Dan being off. We should really hide the desk clock.
Yeah. You were missed, yeah.
Alright.
You didn't miss me, I know that.
Anyway.
Don't even pretend like you missed me.
It's time for...
Wasn't it a better show last week?
No, it wasn't. It was got a good choice, when all 3 of us are having fun.
I like to argue.
Oh. The lectures are going out. It must be time for hashtag Shameless Plug! You can follow us as always on Tumblr at totalmarkout.tumblr.com. What? What's the sad face for?
It's over.
Oh. You can also, if you prefer each episode to be split down into like 2 videos each episode, then you can find them all at blip.tv/totalmarkout. We can also visit our shop, cafepress.com/totalmarkout, and of course, there is always Twitter.
Yay.
Follow the guy at the end there at Erik Van Djismie. That's ErikVandJismie.
Be my 230th follower for a shout out. 4-way people.
Or you can follow the Geek King at geek_king. That is G33K. No, right? Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, he needs...
G33K underscore is the underscore thrown.
Yeah, he needs followers.
K. That is G.
I don't need followers.
That is G number 3, K_KING.
You're not on Java status?
I'd like followers, but I don't need them.
And then there is me at Steve Jones 3. That is Steve Jones, number 3, number 1, number 3. Our next episode number 20, will be on August 18th, 2012, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you'll join us for our, it's number 20, guys. He'll be for 20 episodes.
Well,
we didn't die. We didn't get.
Whoa! We just said he died.
Well, apart from that one time, but we didn't die.
No, we didn't die.
I've been here for 16.
Remember, guys, we need your questions. So visit us on Tumblr. Click the Ask the Mark something link at the top of the page and just ask us any random bollocks you like. Or hit us up on Twitter. Ask a question. Give us the hashtag.
If you don't feel like going to the, and pressing the button, just go to totalmarkout.tumblr.com/ask.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Go on Twitter. Go on Twitter and at any one of us, at Erik Van Djismie, at Geek King, at Steve03.
Use the hashtag totalmarkout.
Like us on Facebook.
Yeah. As Djismie said there, hashtag totalmarkout, hashtag fan corner, and ask a question.
And we will answer.
Any questions you like, we
follow
will
us on Twitter.
Follow us.
Like us on Facebook.
Oh yes, at facebook.com/totalmarkout. You can ask us any questions there as well.
Follow us on Tumblr.
At totalmarkout.tumblr.com.
Are you not shameless plugging your touts?
Our touts, well...
Follow a tout. It's the same as my Twitter.
Yeah, you can follow us on touts, the same as on Twitter, guys.
Apart from me.
And
I would say, I'd tout you for every person who says, I'm following you. But that's a lot of work.
You can hashtag tout.
From all of us here at the Total Markout Studios, it's goodbye from Djismie.
Bye.
Goodbye from Dan.
Peace.
Goodbye from our resident Hornswoggle in the corner.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from his producer. So that's all from us. We'll see you next week on the greatest wrestling podcast in the world!
Hashtag
Total
Markout!